I do want to prove to him, because his whole thing was Trump derangement syndrome, that I don't have Trump derangement syndrome, which this is very apropos example of. If you can look at that, find people on both sides statement and look at the truth of it and say, as we are saying about him, you can't get him on that.
Yeah.
Then you don't have Trump derangement syndrome. But if you can't, as you said, Biden, and I'm sure lots of people who then that is a bit of TDS.
Yeah. Well, but the truth is, I think most people who are making that mistake don't even know they're making the mistake. They just saw the clip and they think the clip was an honest representation of what he said. But I mean, what amazes me is that even our best journalists are in that bucket. I mean, I've seen this error get made.
Yep.
At least 100 times, and again, it's in the Atlantic and the New York Times. It's everywhere.
Well, it's interesting. The second day of the war was yesterday, as we're talking now. The new Iran war, and the New York Times headline was, U.S. troops die. That was like what they led with. Now that is a big part of the story, that troops have died. I mean, it's kind of a bigger story than that. Okay, but then, in a country where I've read 80 to 90% of the people are thrilled that the Ayatollah is gone. Mm-hmm. What picture did they put? Picture of people mourning the Ayatollah, which exists, but I can't believe that somebody at the desk didn't get, I've got a great picture of people dancing in the streets. Yeah, we're going to go with the people who, we're going to go with the 10% who are sorry the Ayatollah is dead, because that's going to funnel the thought of our readers toward, oh, this is a bad war to get into.
Yeah.
Now, we can talk about whether it is or it isn't, but that to me is the difference in what the media does now and what they didn't used to do. Like, you're funneling me toward an opinion, whereas I would love it if you just told me what happened.
Yeah, I mean, the boundary between activism and journalism has clearly broken down. I mean, I think we'll get to a place where we rebuild trust in at least some of these institutions, but we're not there yet.
And where are you with this new war?
Well, I think you just have to hold two thoughts in your head simultaneously. The first is that it was an evil regime that we should have crushed and could have, ethically crushed at any point since 1979. So it seems to me to be an intrinsic good to have done that, and I think, we should have come to the aid of the Iranian people earlier than we did. I think the foreign policy of Obama and Biden on this front was a scandal.
Scandal.
Yeah, I just think, we were bizarrely deterred by Iran through both of those presidencies. Like, we were clearly scared of Iran. We would put up with any offense from them to us. I mean, to say nothing of them, killing our soldiers in Iraq, and we put up with everything. We put up with the Salman Rushdie fatwa.
Yes.
I mean, it was just crazy.
Yeah. I thought the Obama plan, which was to bring them into the family of nations, and the deal was they would not get a nuclear weapon for 15 years.
That never made sense to me.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I
thought it was worth a try,
right.
but that moment has passed, whether it was or not, and maybe I was wrong. Maybe it never was, and maybe they were always cheating. And also there was a big flaw in it from the beginning, which was the deal was you give up your nukes, but we're not pestering you about being terrorists.
Right.
You keep doing that.
But terrorists is one word for it. But the core concept for me is they were always jihadists. This was a jihadist regime, and their death to America, death to Israel spiel was sincere.
Yes.
They clearly had genocidal aspirations with respect to Israel, and we couldn't countenance them getting a bomb. And I don't think we could have ever have really negotiated with them. They were always going to be in breach of the deal.
I don't think the Middle East puzzle, which has been a thorn in our side, the whole world side for so long, would ever get fixed before Iran got fixed. It's just too vital to the region.
All right, so that's the first thought you have to hold in your head. But the second thought is, it is absolutely valid to be worried about this war and even opposed to it, given these further facts, which is we have the most corrupt, most incompetent administration we've ever had, and there's every reason to worry that this is being done for the wrong reasons. It'll be done badly. Trump may just pivot, a week from now, saying,
Well,
I'm done with this. We won. I mean, these people lie about everything.
I don't know about that. I mean, I feel like domestically, yes, I would go with that. Somehow overseas, I mean, look, it was late in the day, but it was better than anybody else did getting the hostages back.
Oh yeah, that was great.
And that was great. Okay, yeah. And then there was.
No, but I've actually said he deserves the Nobel Prize for that. I mean,
yeah, right.
So, yeah.
I did too. Yeah. And also just a basic framework going back to the first administration with the Abraham Accords. I mean, he has approached the Middle East differently and with better results. I'm sorry. I mean, somehow, he's the best friend Israel ever had, as far as like just backing them and being unabashed about saying, we believe in Western values and democracy, and there's one place in the Middle East that mirrors those values, and that's Israel.
Yeah.
I mean, Obama and those people, that's what I liked least about their Mideast policy, was it we always had to pretend everything was 50-50. Well, it's not 50-50. I mean, you talk about this more eloquently than anybody, the moral confusion of people who don't get this ridiculous idea that we have to pretend that the Hamas people who put the women in the beekeeper suits and use children as suicide bombers and civilians.
There's two sides to this dilemma. Yeah.
People said that about Charlie Hebdo. On the other hand, drawing cartoons.
Those were vicious cartoons. Yeah.
Sure, a room full of dead cartoonists, machine gun in the middle of the day, yes, but
Did you see those cartoons? But what did they draw?
Punching down, Sam.
Yeah.
Punching down is the worst thing you could ever do. Is punching down. I don't have to tell you.
Yeah. Well, so I certainly hope that I'm wrong, but I'm just saying that the people who are worried that Trump did not build any consensus among Americans for this war, they didn't consult Congress, that we've got people like Pete Hegseth running the show, all of this is inauspicious, and we have no allies other than Israel.
But did it turn out that bad with the Venezuela one?
Well, I don't think we know yet. I mean, we'll see what life in Venezuela is like in a year.
Just the mission itself.
The mission, but that was a very surgical,
I mean, just
special ops. That's the best we got. Yeah,
just say, we don't know who did it. It just happened. We don't know who the administration was.
Those people were experts. Yeah.
If you just heard what they did.
Amazing. That's a Bond film. Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah, they were, and I've heard the details since, not just from the right. They were able to get this guy. By the way, I got to say, the world's bad guys are fucking idiots. The people, the mullahs in Iran who all met in one place. Let's all gather. Senator, what about Zoom?
Yeah.
I think it might be a good time to just zoom in. No, we're all going to gather in one place. Make sure you tell the CIA where it is. I mean, they're just stupid. Madero, just an idiot. He thought, and then I'm going to come here. And they're all paper tigers also.